Update on my back. It was nice to get confirmation that I'm not crazy and that there is something going on. I'll get into details later. Hungry homies. We're gonna do some shoulders, a little bit of chest, and a little bit of arms. Despite me hating arms, that's okay. Get this workout going. We're just gonna warm up some of my rotator cuff stuff, start activating any one of those little muscles. So here, I'm mostly fighting the negative, so going back. I'm gonna be starting to do more of these because I'm old. I need to be doing more of it, but it's basically improving my scapular retraction. So letting the band pull me forward, and then all I'm doing is a light squeeze, and it's in the middle of my back that's kind of squeezing for me. So I don't want to reef my whole body, but I want to keep my torso nice and tall and just squeeze.
How accurate do you find the watch on the...
I think it's mostly mental. Yeah, I think I mostly like have it so that I can see like how many calories I hit that day or how many steps. It's more so just like little targets in my head that I have that I want to hit. I don't think they're that accurate. I think I've heard that they're like 70% accurate, which is pretty low. So, okay. The delts, although it says 3, there are a bunch of different insertions. I think there's like 7 proper insertions, so where they come out, and like a lot of them are on the collarbone, your AC joint, the spine of the scapula. So it's really important to be doing different angles constantly. And then external rotate when you do something, internally rotate and do something, as in like a raise or a press, in order to hit all 6 or 7 of those insertions. Always changing up your angles of your hands or the dumbbells or cables, whatever it is. And this time, as I'm driving up, I'm sort of thinking I'm driving with my pinky, so that's gonna start to hit more my lateral and even front of my shoulder, my anterior delt. So, and like ultimately you want that round shape. So that's what we're doing, hitting all the angles rather than just one plane all the time. Thinking about, I don't know if anyone knows the show, like Inspector Gadget, where he was like, go, go, Gadget arm. So in my head, I always think like reaching, really reaching for something. And if I need a visual, I'm thinking about reaching for where the floor and the wall meet. So that little corner that you get, that's where you're reaching. So that's gonna help keep your traps down so you don't end up coming up to your ears. So dragging your arm, reaching really long. So go, go, Gadget arm, think that. This shoulder press is extraordinarily heavy. I think it's about 20 pounds per arm. I thought I wasn't progressing and I was so frustrated. I'm like, why can't I hit a plate? Why can't I hit a plate? Just because it's really heavy right off the bat. I've worked out to a plate, but it's heavy. So that's like double what I did last week. So what I don't do a lot of volume, but what I will do is I'll do like 2 to 3 warm-up sets just to start getting my CNS ready, warming up progressively. And then I'll do 2 heavy working sets, 3 if they're feeling really good. Oh my God, fucking slowest rep ever. Man, that took like 4 business days, but I got it. I don't do that many chest exercises. I don't have a chest. I'm pretty sure I was born without pecs. Yesterday, I decided to go to a hospital. He was such a great, amazing doctor. We discussed my symptoms, so like the tingling down into my foot, the weakness in my right hamstring, which has been really frustrating as you try to build more muscle. So he got me a CT scan. Whoop, whoop, scan. My L4, L5, lumbar 4, lumbar 5 vertebrae. There's a small bulge there. Nothing that's like, it's not protruding, but there is a little bit of push coming out of that one. But the real problem is actually in L5 and S1. My last lumbar vertebrae and the beginning of my sacral section of my spine. So right down, kind of like down into before your tailbone, that flat part. It says there is a right paracentral, so just off to the center of my L5-S1 disc protrusion, which is displacing or pushing over my S1, my sacral 1 nerve root. So it's pushing it back and kind of to the right, but it's not compressing. It's called the fecal sac, which is like what would control my bowel movement. So I'm good. I can pee normally and I can poop normally. We're good. The next part was that there is some degeneration of the disc, which is understandable for my age and all the lifting that I've done. Everyone gets that. However, there is a narrowing of the foramen or the hole where the nerve goes through in my sacrum. So that is pinching my nerve into my leg and creating irritation and inflammation, which is causing all the pain and what I'm experiencing. So it was nice to get confirmation that there is something up there. There's also a little bit of arthritis, which is kind of like scratchy on the nerve as it goes through, but no fracture. My SI joints are fine. It's just the compression on my sacral nerve root. Next is continue with my therapies. I find that my right glute is really, really tight. So I've been getting acupuncture weekly on there, which has been helping reduce some of the tension around there. Icing, right, bringing down the inflammation in that area. I was prescribed some nerve blockers just to take away that like shooting hot pain that I get down into my legs. So it allows me to do things normally on a daily basis. So thumbs up for that. The more extreme side of things and like an avenue that maybe I'll end up doing, not this year or not this season, but is surgery. And it's called, I think, a lamentectomy, I think is where basically when they go in and they like shave down the hole to make it a little bit bigger so that the nerve can pass through comfortably. That's in the future. That wonderful doctor is also putting in a request for an MRI, as well as speaking with a spine surgeon. Taking it day by day. Today was the first day that I was on a bunch of the pain blockers or the nerve blockers, and I feel good. Lateral raise movements. So we've done some pressing. We'll do some more lateral raises. Again, like I said, hitting a bunch of different angles, so different hand positions when you're doing things. This one we're gonna try to aim for a little bit front delt, a little bit of lateral delt, mid delt. So again, pinkies are gonna be coming up, and I'm gonna be kind of coming at like a 45 rather than straight out to the side. Cable fly with some rear delt. I like to superset a lot. Just keeps my heart rate up, either like antagonist muscles, so like a bicep and a tricep, right? Because they kind of fight against each other, or complementary muscles. So like a fly, so this is like an antagonist muscle, so like a rear delt and a chest fly. So it depends on what I do. But I don't do it when I'm trying to hit heavy weights. So like I wouldn't have done a superset with my shoulder presses because I was focusing on the strength coming from my shoulder press. I usually do the supersets towards the end of my workout when I'm tired from doing all the heavier sets beforehand. So just in terms of like staying fit, keeping your heart rate elevated. And I don't mean like 200 plus, I just mean like, it's like 111 beats per minute right now. So like, I can tell like I'm trying to catch my breath, and then as soon as I've caught my breath, that's when I'll do it. So just keeping my heart rate, burn a little fat, cardiovascular health. That's all it is. Directly burning fat, but I mean, if you're like breathing heavy, it's just like going for a walk. You want to keep your heart rate a little bit elevated. It's just a sign of fitness, really, right? And like the faster you can bring your heart rate down, the healthier your heart is, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's kind of like just a more of monitoring. So I find like I have a higher heart rate than normal people. It just runs in my family. Like nothing scary, but just higher resting heart rate. But like the goal is to be able to have a low resting heart rate. And then so then when you do spike it, you're not hitting the 200s and it's scary. So if you're resting blood pressure, heart rate is low, then you're a healthier individual. The faster you can bring it down, the better. I went to the dentist last week and they told me I grind. So I'm trying not to clench my teeth so much when I train. My cardio was really up, but we found that although I'm building muscle and getting a little bit leaner, my weight wasn't really coming down. So I'm holding a little bit of water. So we cut back my cardio and like cut back the intensity. I think that'll help bring some of the like inflammation down. Like I'm already seeing more lines and things coming out just from dropping cardio a little bit. It's all a guessing game. Sometimes no two preps are the same. Like I've never had an easy 2 preps that are the same. Like I've had to do something different every time because your body changes. The champ! Champ is here. Good work, girl. All right, homies, we are done. That is delts and chest and a little tricep. Just some key points to take away, making sure when you're hitting delts, if you want like that full round delt, then we need to be hitting all different angles. So 7 different insertions. So making sure you're hitting pinkies up, thumbs up, knuckles out, all of it. Grinding deep, Food is low, cardio is high, spirits are also high. Thanks so much for following along, guys. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow along. If you want to support other ways, I do have a t-shirt that I have many sizes just to help me with some of my contest prep, and you can support me because I'm your favorite, obviously. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later.